to the ground, sending a hefty loan from the local council and an even heftier one from his mum and dad down the tubes, and leaving us in debt we'd have to sell the flat to repay. Had he invited his family to spend Christmas at ours? But Archie carried the tray over to the coffee table quite calmly, put it down, and handed me my drink. "Here," he said. "Put your feet on my lap, and I'll tickle your ankles." I'm a physiotherapist, and I give a killer massage, but nothing in the whole world was as relaxing as Archie's ankle tickles. He had me right there. I kicked off my trainers and put my feet up, not caring that I was wearing silly socks with purple dinosaurs on them. I leaned my head back against the sofa cushions and sipped my creamy, boozy hot chocolate, half focusing on the television as Archie flicked through the menus until he found Love Actually, and half listening to the rain swishing against the windows. It was already almost dark outside, and the flicker of the telly and the glow of the lamp over our heads, as well as the feel of Archie's warm hands and the warmth spreading inside me from the sweet, mildly alcoholic drink, made me feel pleasantly drowsy. "Just as well we don't have to go outside," I said. "It's grim out there." "But it's the fireworks display in the park tonight." Archie sounded almost alarmed. "We said we'd go, remember? And then chili at the Ginger Cat after?" "Yeah, but—" I weighed up the options in my mind. Standing outside, being battered by wind and rain, mud soaking into my socks, versus staying warm and dry in our living room. A fireworks display, however spectacular, versus the fireworks there'd be on screen in the 5 episodes of First Dates we still had left to watch. "You could wear your new coat," Archie said. True. The balance in my mind shifted a bit. The coat had been a gift from Archie a few days before. He'd clearly noticed me eyeing it longingly every time we walked past the new boutique on the high street and surprised me with it. It was bright yellow with a silvery grey faux fur collar and cuffs, and although it hadn't really been cold enough to wear it yet, it certainly was tonight. "And I'll run you a hot bath with that geranium oil stuff in." "Okay," I said, slightly amazed that Archie even knew essential oils existed, never mind that I had a bottle of the stuff in our bathroom cabinet. "We'll go, so long as you promise not to interrupt my bath to cut your toenails over the loo, like you did last time." And so, 3 hours later, Archie and I joined the throng of people snaking steadily up the hill towards the park, the sparkling lights of London gradually appearing over the horizon, shrouded in misty drizzle. In spite of the mud sucking at my shoes, my reluctance was forgotten, and I felt almost as eager as the little kids in front of me, who were waving sparklers and dashing ahead of their parents in their welly boots. Progress was slow in the crowd, but at last we made it through the gates and followed the path upwards. "Should we stop here?" I asked. "Let's go a bit further." Archie's hand was clasped around mine, and I could feel the warmth of his fingers through my woolen mittens. He led me further up the hill. "We'll get a better view from here." His enthusiasm was infectious, and I was beginning to feel excited too, surrounded by the eager crowd and cozy in my jeans, jumper, and new coat. Archie took his hip flask out of his coat pocket. The flask was pewter and had his initials stamped on it. It had been a 21st birthday present from his Uncle Ray, and Archie basically lived for occasions when he could use it, which were few and far between. The coat was a vintage tweed thing he'd found in a charity shop, and put on whenever he wanted to look like the kind of person who wore tweed coats, which was a bit more frequently. He offered it to me. "Rum?" "Sloe gin. I know it's your favourite, so I got some in especially." I took a sip and felt the fiery liquid make its way from my mouth to my stomach and then up to my cheeks. With it came another little tingle of alarm. Archie was lovely. More than lovely. I wouldn't have been with him otherwise. But this level of attentiveness, on a day that wasn't even my birthday.